It's time for the score predictions once again this weekend. And I've got Neil and I've got Paul on the line going through these games one by one. We do need to get better than last week. We need to, this. It's a very rare off week last week, so we'll scoot under that. And a double week coming up.
I did win it. You make it sound like we were like somebody didn't win it. I won it. So
you're leading 6. Is it 6-4, 7-5? Where are we?
2-point difference. Yeah.
Okay, 2-point difference. That could all check. You can claw this back, and we could be level this time next week with the midweeks coming up as well. Let's start off then with the first game of the weekend. Well, the first few games of the weekend. Paul Robinson, Arsenal versus Wolves.
Arsenal too strong for a depleted, unlucky Wolves. Even if it was 1-1 at the 95th minute, Arsenal get a penalty. Wolves would be given a penalty against them. 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal, Neil?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit closer. Wolves will definitely be battling there at Arsenal, so I'm going to go for 2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1. Staying with you, Neil, for Brentford against Luton.
Good side, Brentford. Yeah, Luton not great away, so I'm going for a home win, 3-0.
3-0. Brentford, what do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I feel the same. Professional job done. A lesson in how to be a Premier League team. 2-0.
2-0. Sticking with you for your old side, Burnley, Sheffield United.
Like we talked about in the previews, it's a game that neither want to lose. So I can't expect it to be an open, expansive 1-1.
1-1. Seems like a draw, Neil.
Yeah, but I can't call it for either side. Burnley to get the first home point of the season. 1-1 as well.
1-1. Staying with you for Forest Everton, the 5:30.
Yep, Forest good at home. I know they were beaten for the first time last weekend against Brighton. They respond from that one. And despite Everton having some good away days this year, I think they get turned over. Close one, though. 2-1 Forest.
2-1 Forest, Paul?
I'll go the other way. I fancy the Toffees on the road. Well, they had a good performance last week against Man United. 2-1 Everton. 2-1
Everton favourites for the game as well. Saturday night at St James, it should be bouncing Newcastle United versus Manchester United. Paul Robinson.
Tough one to call. Really tough one to call. See how they both come back from European trips. Newcastle 11 players out. Man United 8 players out. Man United conceding goals for fun at the moment. There'll be goals. I'm going to go for the home side to nick it 2-1.
2-1 Newcastle. Neil.
Yeah, Newcastle haven't been great after Champions League games. They've only won one of the 4 games. Tough one. United in form, certainly in Premier League. So I'm going to sit on the fence and say that neither team will win it. 1-1.
1-1. Okay. To Sunday's games, Neil. Bournemouth Villa.
I've gone for Villa to win this one. I think Bournemouth both teams are in form. Bournemouth have won 3 of the last 4. Villa have won 7 of the last 9 Premier League games. So Villa to win this one 2-1.
2-1 Villa. A few more goals than that, Paul?
No, I've gone the same. I've gone 2-0 Villa. I just think they're a bit stronger. They've got a bit more than Bournemouth. Bournemouth do seem to be picking up points. There are shoots of recovery there, improvements. But I think Villa are too good. 2-0.
Might be a few more goals at Chelsea-Brighton, Paul.
Chelsea are awful at home, aren't they? 1 in 14, was it? The stat that we had earlier. 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. They've only beaten Leeds and Palace this season, I think, at home. Maybe one more. What are we thinking, Neil?
Maybe calendar year. Leeds are in the Championship.
Calendar year, that's right. Yeah. Just, that's the start. Okay. Leeds are in the Championship. Yeah. You nailed us both there. Right, yeah. So Leeds are in the Championship. And it was in January or whenever that came. Yep.
Yeah.
What's the score?
I think Chelsea will win it. Yeah, I think they'll win 2-1. I know they've been a bit inconsistent, terrible at home, but I think because of Brighton's exploits in Europe, so many players out injured as well for Brighton. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win.
2-1 Chelsea. Staying with you for Liverpool, Fulham.
Yeah, I think it'll be a comfortable home victory. I'm going to go for a popular scoreline this season for Liverpool, winning 3-1.
3-1. Does Salah score in that? Does he get his 200th?
Yeah.
There you go. Lovely. What do you think, Paul?
Completely agree. Very comfortable. Home win. Just to be opposite and to try and pick up some points. 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. West Ham Palace, Paul?
Comfortable for West Ham. Palace not in good form at the moment. Not where they want to be. Struggling for goals, struggling for points. 2-0 West Ham.
2-0 West Ham. Scored in this game?
Yeah, scored 2 in this game.
Scored 2 in this game. Yeah, what are you thinking?
Exactly the same scoreline. West Ham to win, even though they played in Europe. Palace not in good form at all. 2-0 home win.
2-0 home win to West Ham. To the final game of the weekend, Neil Mellor, Manchester City, Tottenham.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit generous to Spurs there. I've just gone for 3-0. I think they're going to get I think City would be too good for them, but only because of their injuries. If Spurs had all the players, I think they give them a proper game. I mean, that makeshift defence. I'm not going to deal with City's attack. 3-0.
3-0 Tottenham. Heart or head here, Paul Robinson?
It's got to be head, hasn't it? I think it will be 3-2, Dave. I too think that Tottenham will concede 3, but I think that they've got the ability to hurt City going forward. I think it'll be a really good game of football. I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I hate backing against my old team, but for many, many reasons, I think it'll be a bridge too far this weekend. 3-2 City.
Well, we'll see. We'll see which way it might swing 3-2. There's been plenty of decent games between these two. And fingers crossed for that football is the winner. And maybe Tottenham. We'll see. They are the score predictions. Nothing against you, Neil, on that one. I'm not getting involved. Not getting involved in the score predictions. It's just football.